Bristol Community College, Mathematics with Dan Avedikian, Math 011, Arithmetic, Section 1.8, Problem 12. This is Section 1.8, Problem 12. It says Kyle's car gets 30 miles to the gallon. He has 8 gallons of gas in his tank. Part A asks how far can he drive with the 8 gallons of gas? And then B says if he drives 180 miles, how many gallons of gas will be left in the tank? So first, part A. So how far can he go with 8 gallons of gas? Well, every gallon will take him 30 miles. So 8 gallons times 30 miles. Now to multiply this, I have a fairly large value with the 30, but since one of the digits is a 0, I can just kind of ignore it for a little while and multiply 8 times 3. 8 times 3 is 24, and now there was a 0 that I ignored, so now I'll put the 0 back, and 24 with a 0 on the end is 240. So with 8 gallons of gas, he will be able to drive 240 miles at 30 miles to the gallon. It's pretty far. So now B says if he drives 180 miles, how many gallons of gas will be left in the tank? Well, first of all, how many miles left can he go? So he can go 240 altogether before he runs out of gas. If he's gone 180 so far, how many miles are left until he runs out of gas? So let's start with that. So I'm going to subtract that. So 0 minus 0 is 0. 4 minus 8, the 4 is not big enough to subtract 8, so I need to borrow. So to borrow, I'll go over one column of digits to the left, cross out the digit that's in the top of that column, which is a 2, reduce that 2 down to a 1. And now the 4 can be turned into a 14. So now I'll subtract 14 minus 8. That I can do. 14 minus 8 is 6. And then the column before it, I have 1 minus 1 that goes away. So I have 0, 6, 0, or just 60. The 0 on the far left doesn't need to be written. So what that means is after traveling 180 miles, he can go 60 more miles before he runs out of gas. Now that's not the answer to the question yet. The question doesn't ask how many more miles can he drive. The question asks how many gallons of gas will be left in the tank. So it's true that he can drive 60 more miles, but how many gallons of gas are left in the tank? Well, with each gallon, he can travel 30 miles. So I want to see how many times does 30 fit into 60. It does go in twice. So 2 times 30 is 60. It goes in evenly. There's no remainder. So the answer to part B, if he drives 180 miles, how many gallons of gas will be left in the tank? The answer is 2 gallons.